Okay, folks, never buy a GoPro. This thing is the fucking Apple of cameras. Anyway, so I'm at 138, where you guys recommended, and this looks like it's already taken. This is a shoe store. It's a pink shoe store. So maybe you got the address wrong, but the place at 150 looks really nice, actually. So this over here, if you guys were talking about me potentially taking this over here is 150 Wooster. With this, amazing things can be done. Yeah, by the way, just in case I didn't make it clear, never buy a GoPro. This thing, it crashes all the time. It's not just about the crashing, because if it crashed and it was easy to get back up, it'd be one thing, but when you try to connect to it with the phone app, it's gonna take you forever. I've tried with a Samsung S7, an LG G7, an LG G8, and a Moto G4. Every single phone I've tried this thing with is the same shit. It's a terrible fucking camera. But anyway, see over here? This is 150 Wooster. 150 Wooster is actually really cool. BSBC, have you tried live streaming with it? Try live streaming with it. Try using this for live video, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I checked out 138 Wooster, and that looks like it's already taken. So I think you guys that were recommending I check out this block were trolling me. But you're either trolling me or you got the address wrong, because 150 Wooster is actually really nice. I'm actually going to take down the information of this real estate agent. Let me just check this out. So, okay. I'm gonna write maybe. I didn't write maybe too small for the last one. Just gotta make a note of that. So, 150 Wooster Street. And we take down the real estate info. The number is, it's dark, it's hard to read that. Oh, it's a doggy. Okay. 212-604-9004. Or, huh? Oh, I was looking at renting this place. I was just reading the number off there. Yeah, I'm looking for a new store because mine is kind of a dump, too small. The next number is 212-604-9002. Alright, that's pretty cool. So we got the number for the space. Just put maybe a little large, comma, but ask anyway, period. This doesn't have the same effect, though, of being right across from the Apple Store, because it's not visible. So the thing that's cool about the other space is that it's visible. Like, this is off the beaten path. I believe the Apple Store is somewhere up here. Gonna go wrong way down a one-way street. Just walk the bike up slowly. Walk it. Walk the bike up. Okay, a little water. I'm being lazy. It's late in the day. What do you want from me? Okay, so this is about 2 blocks away from the Apple Store, because Apple Store is on Prince and Green. But it's not the same effect, because like the effect that I get at the 9th Avenue location is right across the street. Like somebody could have a sign right in front of the Apple Store. I could have my demonstration there, and I'm within eyesight of people as they leave the Apple Store. And that's a fundamental difference from this place, because this place is going to have a premium because it's Soho. It's also going to have a premium because it's big. And you have to travel all this way to get to the Apple Store. So I'm really out of sight, out of mind when it comes to that space. It's not a bad space. It's just, it costs enough money that I have to take it seriously. And, I mean, like, but the meme value is not there. So if something's gonna cost a lot of money, I'm open to spending a lot of money on something because it makes a good meme. But that's not really a great meme, and it's also a lot of money. So the meme value has to outweigh the seriousness of the cost. I don't think the other locations got it going. Okay, now this over here does 127 Green. This is a space that's available right across from the Apple Store. Now this over here, this is meme, because I could have somebody right in the corner over there. So this, let's see what we got here. All right, 127 Green Street. What is this? Because see, here's what I'm talking about. Just get the lights on, camera out. You see, that place on Wooster, it's just too far out of the way. But this right here, watch, check this out. See that? Apple Store over there. Store here. Apple there, store here. So now we got to see what it looks like inside this place. And the window is so dirty, I may not be able to see in. I can see it a little bit. Not too well. I'm not going to be able to angle my bike lights up. Actually, I can. Here we go. One sec. I'm just going to angle my bike lights up each of these. Let's angle these. Can you guys see anything in there? I can't see shit. Actually, that's a lot of room. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. All right, this would fit my store perfectly. It's not too large. It's not too small. It's got some high ceilings, and we're right across. Okay, this is the space. This is it. Taking this down. This is going to be number one. I'm calling these people at the open of business tomorrow. Okay. Top of the list. Let's put this at the top of the list. 127 Green. 127 Green Street. Large but not too large, comma. Half a block from Soho Apple Store, comma. Now the question is, how much am I willing to spend on a meme? Because you also have to add the cost of the booth babe. Because we probably have a booth babe at the end of the block acting as a salesperson every day. Hey, want a second opinion? Come here. Want a second opinion? Come here. If they tell you your date is gone, come here. Yeah, so like the booth babe would have to be right here. Right by that mailbox. Right by that street corner. And I'd have to have a sign that you could actually see from the street corner. So here's what we do. So over there, I'm gonna have to have some sort of sign or window display. Actually, let me see. I don't know if I can get a window display there because of the age of the building. A lot of them, they don't want the buildings to be fucked with. So let's see. What am I capable of putting over there? Let's see. So, okay. Bike light. Yeah, so they're probably not going to be cool with me putting any sort of sign over there. That's why you notice with all these old buildings, see how even these really expensive fancy schmancy companies, they just write their name up there? They're probably not going to be okay with it. So what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to hang a curtain. Not a curtain, no. What's the word I'm looking for? I could probably hang something, like some sort of cloth sign, right? See where it says 127 retail for lease? Well, right on those bars over there, I'm going to have to put down some banner or something that drapes, and that's going to be what says what we do. So like, your data's not, so we're gonna have to write there, your data's not gone, or we fix what Apple won't. Something like that. Would have to go there. Let's go to the side of the road. And then we have somebody standing over here. We'd have to have something visible so that if you were right here, let's say you're leaving the Apple Store, you're sad because you were told all your data's gone. And then I'd have somebody standing here. We'd have somebody getting a full-time salary every single day, holding a sign, interfacing, dealing with potential customers, talking to them. And this over there would be where my sign is. So I'd have to have something that drapes down, that's visible from over here. And I think a picture would probably do better. a picture would probably do better than words. We could have both. We could have big picture and words, but this is actually doable. This is, yeah, this could work. Let's see. Yeah, because the Apple Store is like right up here. Yeah, this is like right up against it. Okay, so the one you guys recommended didn't do it, but it was right next to the one that did do it. So now we got to figure out what a reasonable asking price for it is. Any of you in front of a computer? Somebody said 127 Green Street, 2,300 square feet, 2 previous rentals, $40 per foot average, 7,737. That doesn't sound right. $45 is $40 per square foot. That's some 1999, 2002 pricing. I think you may got that wrong. Are you sure? Do you have the right address? Let me just go back and double check the address. Also, are you sure you have, like, are you sure you're not pricing an apartment at that amount? Because I think you're thinking of an apartment. Yeah, this is 127, so you got the right address. Why is it so cheap? Where are you getting that figure from? Did you just make that up? Okay, now you guys are all throwing out different numbers, which is how I know that somebody's got to be full of shit. So let's see what the internet says. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of apartments over here. You guys are looking at apartments.
What's your looking at right now?
Let's see, this website doesn't give me any idea. Street Easy sucks. Apartments for rent, no. Let's Google it with retail, see what shows up.
And it's all gonna change tomorrow.
Let's do some research here. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. Do you know who had this store before? Yeah, this store over here. Do you know who rented that before? Okay. Do you know who had it? Like what kind of store it was? Alright, thanks a lot, man. Maybe somebody else can give me some lowdown on this place. Whoa. That dog really does not want me moving here. That was an angry fucking dog. Yeah, the internet's not giving me shit. Then again, I'm Googling while looking up every 5 seconds to make sure I don't get mugged. Yeah, we got single family home, that's not it. Apartments for rent, that's not it. Here's some funds to commission a Banksy to advertise your store on the space across from Apple's. Thank you for the great content. I don't know if this is necessarily great content. It was a grocery store, someone says. Someone said donated 1,000. Huh? Did somebody seriously give $1,000? There's no, it's hard for me to see with the mobile app what everything was. There's no real good way to list donations. Lewis, I got a missed delivery of 30,000 in iPhones. You're serious? Oh, what does that mean? Thank you, though. Kevin gave 500 CRCs. You always need CRCs to make sure you don't have errors. Someone says Asian grocery store. 1,600 people think it's good. Yeah, but I want to get an idea on price, and there's no website that's really giving me an idea on price, and I really don't want to wait until tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to sleep now. I can't. It's got to be expensive. I mean, you're right next to Ralph Lauren. Look, this is my neighbor, right here. This is my neighbor. Oh, the custom shop, not Ralph Lauren, but they have a commercial of Ralph Lauren in there. Polo. You know anybody that plays sports like polo? They've got money. And you probably don't. Normal people play things like basketball and baseball. Little rich people play polo. Okay. Hey, that dude works for the Apple store. He just left out the back exit. Should I ask him a question? Yeah, he's gonna think I'm trying to mug him. It's like 9 o'clock at night. It's pitch black. It's silent. Oh, it's tempting. He has his headphones on. I'm not gonna bother him. We got another one, Felice, right over here, though. You should check this one out as well. This one looks pretty cool. This one's probably gonna cost more than that Green Street one. Alright, let's see what we got in here.
Where's Chris and where's this about? So what's gonna happen?
120 Christopher Street, 2,000 square feet, 9,000 a month. Yeah, Christopher Street's all the way that way though, and I'm kind of obsessed with being right here now, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is not going to be in perfect view from the Apple store. You can't directly point and see, but that doesn't mean that this still doesn't have some meme value. So let's see what we got here. Okay, this is definitely enough space for everything we do, and I love the columns. And I love the architecture. There's those flowers right by the columns on top. The sculpture is beautiful. The building is beautiful. See, I mean, it's old, but it's beautiful old. Not like my building, which is shithole old. This would be perfect. This would be absolutely perfect to open. All right, so let's write down the information for this place. And okay, so let's write down the information of this place. This is going to be number 2 because it's not as nice as the other one. The other one's smaller, so it may be a little cheaper, and it's also better visibility. But you gotta, again, as I said, you never know if you don't ask. It's always worth it to ask. So what do we have here? This is 138 Green Street. It's like asking someone out on a date. Don't be a creep about it. Just ask. You know, when you're asking somebody out on a date, hey, how much is your monthly rent? You know, the worst they can do is say no. The worst they can do is say no. Are you open to allowing a smaller store into your space? That's a question I have to ask all the time. Okay. Write down the number. 212 604 9004. The Sequoia Leasing Company has the 127 place on website with pics but no price. Of course they do. Why would you put the most important piece of information when leasing a space up? How much is your monthly rent is not a good way to ask for a date. See, that's probably why I don't have good luck with women. How much are you looking to pay a month? That depends on the mean value. When I say that, I don't mean mean value. I mean mean value. Like, is it in Manhattan and a decent space for my business? I'll pay for it. Is it in Manhattan but like right across from an Apple store? I will. That changes things. That changes things. Because the thing is, I've always made things work. Anytime there's been a need for money, there's always a way to pay for things that are worth paying for. There's always a way to find a way. There's always a way to pay for things that are worth paying for. You can always find it, but you can't find a way to pay for things that are not worth paying for. So even if that space cost me some good coin, again, I'm not paying $48,000 for it, but you know, if they want 15,000 bucks, it's a deal. Like just bam, I'll take it. Soho retail space averaged $535 a month in 2016. Where the fuck did you get that fake news shit from? You mean a square foot, right? Right? You mean $500 a square foot, right? Not an actual retail space. Where are you getting these crazy numbers? Check 102 Green Street. 102 Green is close to an Apple store. All right, we'll check that one out next. I just have to go down Mercer. Why are you wearing a belly shirt? Why are you wearing a shirt that shows your midriff if your belly sticks out? Like, I have a beer belly. I don't even drink beer, but I have a beer belly. So what do? I don't wear midriff shirts. Why would I show you my midriff if I had a beer belly? That just seems very inconsiderate. See, this is much more considerate outfits. Midriff shirt, but no giant belly. I don't think that's like this. I'm never going to reveal that section of myself because I'm disgusting. Okay, what do we have here? We have another retail space. This is second floor office space. Oh, ground floor, full building. Bam. Let's see what this is over here. This is going to be a full-time job for a while. This is really cool because this is what I see. Check it out. This is what I see. You can't see a thing, but when I put it up against the window, it becomes a spy cam. And if I turn the light in, then you get a really good view of everything. Yeah, this is big. Honestly, it's scary. That place looks scary. Honestly, if you put me in there right now without a light on and no noise, I'd probably start crying. Just being honest with you. But this is a bit far away from what I'd want, but it's close enough that if the price is right, that I'm willing to go for it even though there's less meme value. So what do we have here? What's this address? The address of this building is 63 Mercer, I believe. '63 Mercer Street, 646 673 8750. Smaller store, comma, around the corner from the Apple store, period. Okay. The 127 Green Street. Honestly, 127 Green is still the... Have you been by 91 Green yet? No, you can't go to multiple spaces at once. Alright. I can only go to one space at a time, I'm afraid. So, let's check out that other green space. But again, that's going to be far away. It's not going to be as exciting. 127 Green got me excited. What was the address I was heading to? What was the address? I forget what the address was. You said something Green Street. Ghostbusters movie. It does. It looks worse than the Ghostbusters film set. Don't insult Ghostbusters like that. You all gave me an address on Green Street and I forgot what it is. Can anybody please type in the chat what address it was you guys were talking about? I can't scroll up that far. YouTube doesn't let me. And also, YouTube doesn't have a Control F feature in their app for the chat. Okay, now you guys are all giving random addresses, so I can't trust any of it. So I'm just going to find it manually. Okay, 119 Spring Street. Well, I gotta wait for the light to turn anyway, so I might as well check out 119 Spring. Oh, hell no. That's a little box. That's a box right there. Alright, let's go back to the green one that you guys were talking about. 102 Green, I believe. 102. Gotta wait for the light to change. The consensus is 102. So the light is red. If I look to my left, there's no cars. If I look to my right, there's no cars. We're gonna do the New York taxi thing they're doing. Don't tell me. Where's 102? 102 is this 96. 102 is over here. I can't see in 102. You can't see in it. How the fuck do you know what's in there? And I see what looks like asbestos in the ceiling. Well, also, I'm right across the street from Sono, so something tells me that's not going to be affordable. Okay, let's see. We got a tapestry above this, so if I wanted to see in this building... Super chats at $30, get some food. David Stahl. I can get food once I found a new space, but I haven't really earned, nor do I deserve any food yet until I get what I can for. Food can always be had later. Also, you shouldn't use the Streamlabs link for this one, just because Streamlabs, I can't actually see it. So I know that YouTube takes 30%, but I'd rather YouTube take 30% and I can see your chat for the bike streams than YouTube takes 0%, but I can't see what you say. All right, so we're gonna do some sneaky shit here. You ready? Let's do some sneaky shit. Let me turn off my lights because it's gonna piss off the people on the sidewalk in front of me. What do we gotta do to get in here? So the only place that I would be able to see inside is up there. And my bike is down here. So you already know it's got, whoa, let's see, can we see in the crack? There's light there. Ooh, I can see, but you can't. Okay, the space actually has a lot of space. That's pretty nice, but I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get you guys to see in there. Ooh, that's the best glimpse you're gonna get, folks. Okay, this is not large, not huge, but I could fit stuff in here. I think I can make this shit work. Actually, yeah, this place is pretty wide, so I could definitely make this work. Yeah, this is the best view you guys are gonna get unless you could teach me how to telekinetically move this paper shit. I think this would be a good rental. This is all you get. I need to get some sort of like spy cam. You know what I need to do? I need to get one of those fiber optic shits so I could just go right under the door. Actually, let's see, can the GoPro go under the door? Oh, I can. All right. Let's see if I can do this without getting arrested. All right. Let me bring the bike closer. My fingers don't fit in there. Let's see, maybe you can see in the inside to see if this is rentable if you look through here. Again. Alright, I'll write this down. It doesn't have the same amount of meme value. Let me show you why it's missing the meme value. So, the Apple Store is going to be down there, right? But on the corner, they can't, and you won't be able to see a sign. You can't see a sign from this location. Whereas with the 127 Green, let's say that somebody's standing right outside the Apple Store like this and they go, hey, look, there's a place over there that does this. They could actually just look like that and they'd be able to see my sign. Here, even if you were able to get the person to walk to the corner, you're just showing them down a random street. You're not really able to show them the sign. So this is cool. I like it. I appreciate it. You guys got the right idea going here, but it's a little far away, and keep in mind that this is a really expensive neighborhood. A store like this is going to be like 20 to 30,000 bucks, especially if you're right across the street from like fucking Sonos and all this shit. This is a new company. Keep in mind that other one over there, it seemed like an old building, old company, old money. I mean, not even old money, just, you know, maybe somebody inherited something. Whereas this, the Dartmouth. The Dartmouth. This is going to cost a fuck ton of money. So you lose too much meme value for it to be worth the amount of money that it's going to be there. Paul seems to know what the hell is going on regarding this space, so ignore the internet trolls and get his opinion. Paul knows what he's doing when it comes to construction, and he's damn good at construction. But when it comes to riding around at 11 o'clock at night after work is done to find a new space, that's my job. I can't ask him to do that. Paul does, you know, he clocks in, he clocks out, he does his 40 hours a week, and God bless him for the fact that he does the work. But I can't ask him to do this shit on top of that. That's what I'm. So, by all means, he's going to be the one that figures out what's structurally sound, how it should be constructed, which contractor to hire, which contractor has a brain, which contractor is screwing me around, all that kind of stuff. But Paul is not the one that's going to be saying, like, what space is what space is a good location or bad location based on what's in the surrounding area, the neighborhood, all that stuff. So I submit locations to Paul, and then Paul tells me if the real estate agent or landlord or construction company is trying to fuck me. And it actually makes a really good team. Paul's really good to work with like that. But yeah, like, I mean, 11 o'clock on a weeknight, that's not something that I ask of Paul. Nor would that be fair to ask of Paul. So I'm gonna write this down, and we're gonna continue on to another space. All right, so we're looking at 102 Green. Green Street, 212 687. Okay, let's go back to your check. 102 Mercer Street, $34,000 a month. Can you do it really? I'm not doing a wheel. There's nothing to my left and there's nothing to my right, so we're gonna do what every other delivery dude has done tonight. Have you thought about franchising your business yet? Also, the repair shop has to be the same location as drop-off. Yes, it does. People expect to be able to get answers while they wait. And if you can't give people answers while they wait, they will shit on you. Like, they will hardcore shit on you. Because if you don't have anybody besides a customer service person, they will fucking shit on you. They will tell that you're not the one fixing their machine, and they will own you. It's kind of like in relationships when you're dating, the person you're with kind of wants to figure out if you're worthwhile, so they kind of... Are you interesting? Are you not? Are you strong? Are you not? Are you responsible? Are you not? Like, your customers do the same shit that people do in relationships. They're gonna test you and see if you're like, can I really trust leaving my stuff with this guy? Can I trust leaving my drive with data that I can't get anywhere else with this person? They're gonna wanna know. And one of the things that separates us from all the fuckface franchises is that the person who speaks to you actually knows what they're talking about. When you go to my business, the person who speaks to you is probably one of the people that knows what they're doing on how to do the job. And it's kind of separate. So you can have your customer service person just dealing with like what hours are you open, this, that, and the other. But you also need to have somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. That's an adorable little dog. And in terms of franchising, I mean, it's hard enough to just hire people that know what the fuck they're doing. I'm not at the point where I would feel comfortable franchising it out yet. Because what I want to avoid doing is I don't want to become another Apple, you know? When you have people all over the country doing it, you have to have the money to be able to write a perfect manual on everything. And honestly, getting my own employees right now to create a manual on everything is fairly difficult. But you need to have a manual on how to do everything. Because if you don't, then you wind up with fucking Apple stores that tell people it's gonna be $475 because their battery's not plugged in. And I don't want to do that. Like, franchise is moving in that direction. I'm okay not being a billionaire, you know? Not being a billionaire is fine by me. Having one store, a single store that prints money and makes people happy and is world-renowned for good service, I'll live with that. Now, I think it's possible, it's most certainly possible to, you know, do some sort of franchise thing. I just don't want to risk it, screw up because I don't have the money to do it right the first time. And you need a lot of money to do shit like that properly. And then, and wind up with you know, a fucking repeat of the Apple Store. Because remember, what sets this place apart from all the other franchises is that we're not idiots. Yeah, I have 2 managers already. It's just those 2 managers are busy and buried and stuff. Like, a lot of people have said, you should hire a manager. And I did hire a manager. You know, but I hired a manager 6 years ago. And he got a little bored, so we decided let's try data recovery. You know, can we do data recovery like what DriveSavers does? And he figured it out on his own. In his spare time, this dude would stay at work until 11 or 12 at night. And now he's recovering drives that DriveSavers wanted 5 figures for $900. But that also means that I don't have as much of a manager as I did before. I have a manager, but I don't have somebody who's gonna full-time write all that shit down. And if I wanna hire a manager, another one, that means I need to have space for one. And where am I gonna put one? So you see where I'm at, where I'm looking for another space. Like, I have one manager that just so happens to be one of the best technicians in the world at board repair. And I have another manager that just so happens to have self-taught himself how to kick DriveSavers' ass. So, if I want to hire a manager, if I want to actually hire another fucking manager, I need a space to put him in, or her. I'm hoping, you know, we've grown in business, our documentation for the place has gotten better, how to handle different situations has gotten better, our how-to guides internally and training has gotten better. What I'd like to see, what the fuck are you all on? I swear to God, this is like Frogger. Once we have the space to not be stressed out and actually fit everything, I'm hoping it goes much nicer. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you stopping there in the... Okay, so let's... Space at 127 Green on, I believe it was on Saturday. I'm surprised I missed it. What is your max budget? Well, it depends on how good it is, really. Will you ever make how-to videos for data recovery? We'd like to, it's just there's no fucking time. That's one of the problems, and I've bitched at Steve nonstop about it. I bitch at Steve every day about data recovery videos, but there's no time. And part of what the new space would do is if some of Steve's job could be done by somebody else. Did I just say Steve's jobs? Steve's job, not Steve Jobs. If some of Steve's job could be done by somebody else, then he'd have time for data recovery videos more often. And we'd have more, we'd be able to fit somebody to do more of his job if we had another space. This really all comes down to if you saw how we do business, if you actually stood at the store and just walked back and forth for 10 minutes, you'd wonder how the fuck we get anything done. And you'd understand why we would. This is the Williamsburg Bridge, by the way.
How much is the place going to be right next to the Apple Store?
I don't know. 127 Green Street. That's the question of the evening. You tell me, you're the winner. 127 Green Street. Let me know. Are you the realtor for it? One of my favorite things to do, and admit it's my guilty pleasure, is smoke all these Arrow 7s. Because these are the dudes that are always almost running me over. Every single time you've heard me curse because some dude almost hit me, or just went through a red for no reason, it's been an Arrow. So I just love catching up to them and smoking these slow piece of shit bikes. It's my guilty pleasure. I shouldn't enjoy it so much, but I do.
$2. What do you think about Bitcoin?
It seems to be making a comeback. When it comes to cryptocurrency, it really does seem like the main players are the only ones that matter, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. All the other shit coins like Utrust, Telcoin, Car Vertical, like all the shit coins seem to be like a consensual Ponzi scheme to me.
Why not get a rental and save yourself all this time?
What do you think I'm doing?
What the fuck do you think I'm looking for?
Pay attention! I'm looking to rent a space. What do you think I'm doing?
That's not nice, Paul Daniels. That's not what they're called.
That's not nice, Paul Daniels. You be nice, Paul. I scared the shit out of that dude. They see he's crossing on a red. He's crossing on a red, but unfortunately mine's red as well. But that was worth it. Because the thing is, the top-hatted gentlemen always cross on red. They don't care. And unlike the other people in New York, they'll cross in a red and they'll go, "Oh shit, somebody's about to run me over. Let me stop." They'll just keep fucking going. They play chicken with me. They're brave. They're a form of brave that I'm not. Ten dislikes for Apple employees. Oh, fuck. Alright, what is this bullshit traffic? What is this horseshit? What are you cars doing? You ancient gas-guzzling tank shit. This is such a fucking waste of space. Every single one of these is such a waste of space. Like, you wouldn't have traffic if you didn't have tanks in the street. What do you need this 5-foot wide behemoth in the middle of the street? Go. Go, dum-dum. Ooh. Made the light. At least I got in front of all this stupid traffic. .441 West 53rd Street. That's Avatar Studios, isn't it? I can't rent Avatar Studios. That place is $19 million. Have you considered finding a new store? You know, it's been up there. It's been one of the things that I've been thinking about putting time into. Time to go. One, two, bam. Okay, bam. What the hell are you doing? Oh my God, another traffic jam. Oh, Jesus. Another fucking traffic jam. Gonna make that one. I miscalculated that. Now I'm very good. People pay thousands. People will pay $60,000 for the experience of sitting in this mess. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You can get a bike like this for $600, $400 used. Get your motor, your controller, maybe $700-800. A decent battery, $300 or $400. A good battery, like $600 to $900. If you really want to do crazy speeds, $1,200. You put like $3,000 down, and you got something that not only is faster and more fun, but you can park it wherever the hell you want. Like, it's almost like the difference between being a man and being a woman when it comes to using the bathroom. Think about it. Like, one of the great parts of being a guy is, especially in New York City, you could piss anywhere. Like, if there's a tree, a right angle in a building somewhere, that's your toilet. Hey, woman, you gotta find a place. Maybe you have to buy something. They don't let you use the restroom unless you pay. Same thing with parking. Like, this, anywhere that I can pee, I can park. With a car, oh, that's not legal to park there. Oh, no standing in this zone. Oh, somebody else is parked there. Oh, this place is $600 a month to park there. It's like, nah. Anywhere that I can pee, I can park. Find me a stop sign, and I'm good. Fuck you. I hate when people do that. Saw somebody was coming and he didn't give a fuck. It's not just that they don't care about stopping traffic. That's right. I mean you, and all of you. Every last one of you that's jaywalking is that They don't care about the guilt that they're going to cause the individual.
Be wary of the top hat pole, someone says. Turn your right blinker off, save my OCD. That's not a turn signal. That's a flashing light so that people in front of me have better visibility that I'm coming. So that maybe they don't cross the fucking street when they're not supposed to. Starbucks are now public washrooms. Are there tax incentives for using bikes? No. Oh God, the like brigade. Like. Luke, turn off your right blinker. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. How is it possible we have better roads in the Czech Republic? Oh, these roads are actually much better than this shit that I was driving on in Manhattan earlier. This is pretty large tires. These are Schwalbe Moto X, so I think 27.5 inch by 2.8 inch. Why is a car cruising in the bus lane? Oh, that's adorable. You think that's a bus lane. That's adorable. No, that's the guy in the left lane is going too slowly. So see all these people over here? Look, this is another one. Another one. See him? Bus lane. Bus only. Watch. We're gonna have another one come by. 1, 2, 3. Bus only. 1, 2. Bus only. That's a suggestion. That stuff is not, it doesn't matter. Again, you're probably from a place where they obey traffic signs and street laws and traffic lights. This is New York. That doesn't happen here. You guys, it's adorable that you're that naive. I think it's cute. It's definitely endearing, but let's be clear. Know where you are. So we had an interesting evening so far. Now let's see, we looked at a couple of spaces. I replaced my brakes because they were about to die. They did die in the middle of a fucking ride. I do have to get a new brake rotor for this Trek Roscoe 6 later. The front rotor is totally scratched up and destroyed because I'm an idiot. So we found a couple of spaces. We found the space that's right across from the Apple Store within visible distance so that I could hire a Booth Baber model or something to stand in front of the Apple Store, brand ambassador, whatever you want to call it, to advertise our business, have a sign, talk about our services, and have people march over. So we found a space that I think would be really, really cool for that. And at the end of the day, we also had some fun riding the bike. So it's been a really fun stream. Thank you so much for everybody who joined along. I genuinely appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. We're probably going to have less board repair videos this week because I'm going to be spending most of my time really putting time in to finding a space, because that is the most important thing at this point in time, is being like, there's so many things that I want to do with this business, that I want to do to make this a better business, a more worthwhile business, a business that can do more for its customers, its employees, and the world. There's so much shit that we can fucking do. There's so many videos that we can do. There's so many people not being served, so many people throwing their stuff away, losing their data, buying a new one. So many videos on data recovery that we could be doing so that other people can learn that we're not able to do because we're working out of a pantry. And once that's fixed, once I've solved that business problem, so many cool things can happen. If you all have seen what we can do out of a pantry. Whoa, a mouse. Just imagine what we could do out of a real store. So that's it for today. It's been awesome having you all. And as always, I hope you learned